A tribute story for my dog. How did she pass away? I must be the luckiest fur mom because God entrusted me with Cutie, a beautiful, healthy, sweet, and a loving poodle. As she was growing up, I was always afraid because I knew the time would come when she would have to leave me. I told myself that I had to accept that one day that moment would come. So while she was by my side, I made sure to treasure every moment we had together. I would rush home from work just to spend more time with her. Cutie's happiness was always so pure and simple. Just carrying her in my arms already made her happy. Whenever I came home, she would be overjoyed just to see me. We would go outside, I'd walk her, let her run around, and sometimes she was already so happy just by coming with me to throw out our trash. Then, one day, something I never expected happened. We went to her veterinarian for an executive checkup, and the doctor told me that all her results were good. Out of concern, I asked if there were any vitamins I could give Cutie for her brain, since her mother had developed dementia in her old age. I only wanted to make sure that she would stay healthy for as long as possible. The doctor prescribed her some vitamins for the brain. Before we went home, I somehow felt a premonition that she might soon be leaving me. So I took her to the mall. We were both so happy. She kept running and running, even though her eyesight was already weak. I did not understand why, but that night, I did not want to take her home just yet. We stayed until the mall was about to close before finally going home. When we got home, I gave her the vitamins. Then the next morning, I gave them to her again because the doctor had instructed that she would take them twice a day. After taking the vitamins, she went to sleep. But when she woke up, she began to have watery stools. By evening, there was already blood in her stool and she started vomiting. That night, I rushed her to the emergency hospital. I brought her to the hospital where her veterinarian also worked. The emergency doctor told me that it was not vitamins that had been given. It was actually medicine for the brain. And my poodle Cutie had been overdosed. I left her there, thinking they would contact her doctor. The doctor even told me that I could still go to work the next day, to just leave Cutie there and come back for her after office hours. When I got off work, I was completely shocked. I received a message that Cutie had passed away. I became hysterical and immediately rushed to the hospital. All I could do was cry and cry while driving. When I arrived at the hospital, the veterinarian wanted to speak with me, but at the time, I wasn't ready. All I wanted was to lay Cutie to rest first. They did not charge me for any of the hospital expenses. The hospital covered everything for her cremation. The following day, I met with the doctor. He was humble and admitted that there might have been some shortcomings or even mistakes on his part. However, he did not directly admit that they were the reason for Cutie's passing. He told me it was also possible that, at the time I brought her to the hospital, there was an outbreak of bacterial infection or a virus among dogs and that she may have been infected by it. The doctor told me that he knew Cutie's life could never be brought back, and he asked what he could do to ease my pain. I told him he could replace Cutie, even if it would never be the same as my dog. At least I would have someone new to give my love and attention to. Then he said that if someone gave him a dog, he would pass it on to me. But until now, I'm still waiting, wondering if that time will ever come. Some people told me that I should have filed the case against the hospital or the veterinarian. But because I was so busy with work and I knew it would be a long process, I just chose to pray for them instead and tried to forgive. I learned to forgive, but until now, the pain has never really gone away. Almost every day, I still can't help but cry. There are times I want to call the doctor and ask about the promised replacement for Cutie, but I always tell myself it's up to him whether he fulfills his word or not. So now, all I can do is share this with others. If you are taking care of a dog, please be very careful. Be cautious about which veterinarian you entrust them to. Nowadays, there are so many veterinarians, but it is hard to know whom to trust. My advice is, if you have a dog, develop and maintain a relationship with one veterinarian you can truly rely on. Someone who will never neglect your beloved companion. Trust only one for as long as your dog lives. As for me, I don't know if I should get another poodle. A part of me feels like I don't want to anymore because I keep thinking that one day I'll just be left behind again. What would you advise me? Should I still open my heart again?